Nissan have been noticeably absent from the C segment over the last decade, since the huge success of their Qashqai in 2007 more or less created a segment of its own. In fact, the last big name they had in this category was the trusty Almira, which, while it did find a home in many Irish driveways, didn't exactly set the world on fire in terms of excitement. And so they're back with a bang in the shape of this new Pulsar, which is actually what the Almira was originally called in many marketplaces outside of Europe. But that is where the similarities with its nice but dull predecessor ends. Taller and more spacious than its fierce competition, its crossover-esque design helps it stand out from the crowd. And they appear to be going after this Focus and Golf-dominated hatchback market in two key areas: comfort and space. Because the Pulsar's extra height doesn't just give it great road presence, it also improves headroom for all on board. And by placing the front and back wheels as far apart as possible, they've also been able to provide class-leading knee room for rear seat passengers too. That hasn't been at the expense of the boot either, and at 385 litres, it's larger than the majority of its competitors. And again, thanks to that boxy design, offers a particularly impressive load area with the rear seats folded. It's let down a small bit by the fact that they don't fold completely flat, and the lack of any thoughtful extras like shopping bag hooks or a false floor. But inside the cabin there are some very handy areas for storage, including a large glove box, wide door bins and central cup holders that do pass that all-important Cars Ireland coffee mug test. It's quite similar to the Qashqai in its layout, with a well thought out design, and is composed of durable but good quality materials. The centre focus is on this Nissan Connect system built into the centre console, which, while a little bit smaller in screen size than some rivals, is very intuitive to use and can be used in conjunction with the Nissan Connect app to stream social media feeds, as well as all your other usual Bluetooth and phone functions. Unfortunately, it's only a standard feature on the top-spec SVE model and only available as an option on the mid-spec SV. Aside from that, though, specification is quite generous, and the entry-level XE model comes with pretty decent standard kit like cruise control, Bluetooth, USB connectivity and stop-start technology, and coming in at a very reasonable starting price of €20,695. The very popular SV adds alloy wheels, front fog lights, an upgraded interior, automatic lights and wipers, and dual zone air conditioning, and for a premium of just €1,200 is well worth the jump in our opinion. The Nissan Connect system, complete with rear view camera, will cost an extra €800 on top of that. Or you can upgrade into this top of the line SVE where it comes as standard, along with 17-inch wheels, privacy glass, LEDs, a very cool around view monitor for parking and additional safety features, with a starting price that will still give you change from €25,000. Safety has and always will be a very important deciding factor in this class, particularly if you're carrying children around. And ISOFIX fittings in the rear, along with wide opening rear doors, do make it very easy to mount your child's car seat securely to the chassis of the vehicle. It feels really safe on the road too, and it's quite similar to the Qashqai in how it handles, in that it's really easy to drive with light, accurate steering, a well-controlled body and soft, comfortable suspension. And comfort is most definitely the name of the game here, and thanks to all that space, the cabin is quite a pleasant place to be no matter what seat you've got. Engine choice is a straight call between a 1.2 petrol or a 1.5 diesel, both of which are heavily focused on good fuel economy and low carbon emissions. This is the 1.5 diesel, the same as the one used in the Qashqai, and aside from being impressively quiet, emits just 94 grams of CO2 per kilometre, meaning it costs just €180 for the year to tax. Claim fuel economy then is 3.6 litres per 100 kilometres, or as we prefer to measure in Ireland, 78 miles to the gallon. It's a car that ticks an awful lot of boxes, and while you might not be rushing home to drive it every evening, unless of course we get a Nismo version here, it will appeal to those who prioritise space and comfort and appreciate the reassurance of a well-known and well-trusted badge. Make up your own mind by visiting the Pulsar at your local Nissan dealer, details of which you'll find on CarsIreland.ie.